see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboys fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, guys, any...
What are we talking about? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play. Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40! Can't wait! Let's go!
Well, good evening, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys been waiting for this one moment for another episode of Freddie Facts. Well, I have news for you. It is back. I'm here. I'm ready to go, ready to get locked in, ready to work. So, hey, no more introduction. Let's get into it the only way that I know how. Let's start off with one of my favorite topics that I'm ready to get into. I'm ready to talk about the game on last Sunday night. The Dallas Cowboys going against the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, you know, where I live at, I have too many friends that I'm friends with on Facebook, the Cowboy fans. And I just don't understand, why are we celebrating a moral victory? They talking about, oh, we played so good. Oh, long as Dak looks so good. Oh, at least we know we can hang in there. Last time I checked, they still lost the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the last time I checked, Dak Prescott had an opportunity to go for a 2-point conversion, and he fumbled the bag. He dropped the bag. The last time I checked, it wasn't Dak Prescott that led his team to victory. It's Jalen Hurts that led his team to victory. And I must say, Dak Prescott did play good, ladies and gentlemen. He did play good. I mean, hey, he completed 65% of his passes. He gave you 374 yards, 3 TDs, and 0 interceptions. He had a QBR of 115 and 115. But on the other hand, the Philadelphia Eagles defense did what they had to do. Their defense stood in and made big plays down the stretch when they needed to. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I'm just telling you, this is the same old Cowboys. They cannot beat a good team. We've seen this for the last couple of years. We've seen it this year against the San Francisco 49ers when they got stumped. We just seen it on last Sunday, even though it was a close game. I mean, can we talk about how bad this offensive line was? Where they could not protect Dak Prescott down the stretch. I mean, hey, Kelsey, we know Kelsey is a beast. We know he's one of the best offensive linemen. He's a Hall of Famer. We know all about that. Can we talk about how the Cowboys have no run game? Tony Pollard did not look like that elite back that everybody said he was last year with Ezekiel Elliott. Can we talk about those things? And I will say, Eagles, yes, I'm not worried about the Eagles. The Eagles have had their flaws this year. They've been up and down, but they've still found ways to win football games. I do believe that they will tighten up on the defensive end. Let's not forget that they have a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator. So that has a part to do with it, I believe, because they have too much talent on the defensive end for them to be subpar. They have way too much on the other end. And if it's me, I can't blame Dak Prescott this Sunday because he played a good football game. You have to blame it on coaching. You can see that they was not disciplined on the football side because they kept getting penalties. I have to blame coaching. But I'm just sick and tired of hearing Cowboy fans talking about a moral victory. There's no moral victories when it comes to sports. It's either you win or you lose. Even if it's by 1 point or 50 points. A loss is a loss. And this just proves that the Cowboys is not the best team in the NFC. They're not even top three. And you say, Freddie, who are the top three? Number one, it's the Eagles. The Eagles have to be number one. We've seen what Jalen Hurts have done with the weapons that they have. Even when he was banged up Sunday, he still put on a show. He still put on a show. Number two, it has to be San Francisco 49ers. Yes, I know they've been on a slump lately, but I mean it's because they're dealing with the injury bugs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get it twisted. They're still going to be a good team. They're still going to be relevant when it matters. Oh, by the way, they just traded for Chase Young. And we know what he's done to Dallas when they played against the Washington Commanders. He was a problem on the defensive end for him. We know that. So, and when Debo come back, I believe that that we'll see a way better Brock Purdy because he'll have weapons all around the field for him. You still have Christian McCaffrey. You still have Kittle. I mean, that team is too loaded not to be a threat in the NFC. Then, hey, we got to show some love to the Detroit Lions. This is not the Detroit Lions of old. Have anybody seen Jared Goff play football this year? I have. Have you seen how that coach has them believing that they can do some things? I have. So, hey, at the beginning of the year, I thought this was the Cowboys' our best opportunity to win. And they're just like the Miami Dolphins. They cannot win the big game. When will they win the big game? That's what we all are waiting for. When will they win the big game? When will they get out of their own way? Dak Prescott, you trying to be cute on that 2-point conversion instead of just diving right in for it. You trying to go all around tiptoe, stepped out of bounds. That was a game-changing moment. Mike McCarthy, there's a play where you should have just kicked a field goal, but instead of kicking a field goal, you decided to go for it. I bet you wish you would have done things differently. So, hey, Dallas just have a lot of problems on their end that they just have to fix. But like I've always said, this is who they are. They will fold when the time comes. And that's exactly what they did. They will fold like cheap tents that they are. Like Maya Angelou said, sometimes you have to, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. I mean, and hey, and there's a reason, you know what? I got to show some love to CD Lamb. CD Lamb has been balling, ladies and gentlemen. He's been showing the world that he can be a true number one wide receiver in the NFL. And another thing the Cowboys struggle at, and it showed Sunday, they struggle in the end zone. They cannot put up touchdowns. They can put up field goals, but field goals does not win you games. Touchdowns win you games. Especially when you're the Eagles, when you come out the first 3 possessions in the second half scoring other touchdowns. I mean, you got to match it. And then where was Dallas' defense? Everybody was talking about Dallas's defense all year long. They supposed to be the number one. Michael Parsons supposed to be the next version of Lawrence Taylor. What? They couldn't stop Jalen Hurts with a bad knee when they needed to. What's up, Key? How are you doing? I'm just saying, y'all. It comes a time and a place where we call a spade a spade. The Cowboys is not just that good. They're not on the levels of these great teams. They're a good team, but they're not on the level of the great teams. So it's going to be another year. The Cowboys fans are going to make an excuse. Oh, the refs. Oh, this, oh, that. They don't want us to be great. No, y'all don't want to be great. Jerry Jones don't want to be great. And why do I say that? When you had an opportunity to go out there to make a trade, to go up, buffer your roster, to buffer up your weakness spots. He decided not to do anything. He was said, we're okay. You even seen the great teams go out there and make a trades. Philadelphia Eagles traded for a safety. The 49ers traded for Chase Young and another player on the defensive end. That is what great teams do that's trying to win championships. They go out and they buffer up the weakest part of their team. But Jerry Jones felt like their team, their roster was already ready to go. Like he got a reality check real quick. They're not. Just saying. That's enough for that game. Let's move into the National Basketball Associations. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys see the picture. The Clippers have what you call a big four. They're 0-2 so far for the season, but they traded for James Harden. Let's not forget before they traded for James Harden, they was leading the board in 3-point percentage. They had they was high on the offensive ratings and all that. So they was great before they made the trade. So why break it? Why break it? Why would you bring in a guy in James Harden who isn't even the James Harden that was in Houston that can go out and get you a 30-point triple-double? He's not that guy anymore, ladies and gentlemen. He's not that guy anymore. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and just be the best player on this team. For one, he's a guy that has to have the ball in his hand. He likes to dribble the possession up. He likes to jack up threes. He likes to play iso ball. That's James Harden. We've heard the great Kobe Bean Bryant say that do not lead to winning championships. But still, the Clippers do what the Clippers do, get in their own way. You give up depth for this guy. You give up Marcus Morris. You give up Nicholas Batum. You give up Robert Covington. 3-and-D guys that can help you win a championship, guys that can help you win with Kawhi, with Paul George, with Russell Westbrook. And we must say that Russell Westbrook has changed his game, has changed his image since he left my Lakers. Russell Westbrook looked like a valuable point guard. He actually helped them win games last year. So I don't get why they made the trade. My dude Steven said, wait and see how Harden does in the playoffs. Clippers really give up a lot for Harden. I agree. They gave up a whole bunch for Harden. Just for a guy that's going to shoot the ball 100 times. They gave up a lot for him. To do what? Kawhi Leonard needs to be the man. We need to see Kawhi Leonard take the most shots. We need to see him be the alpha dog. We need to see him be the number one option. Paul George, we need to see you be number two. Hey, I must say, I'm like, if anybody listened to Paul George podcast called the Playoff P podcast, something podcast P podcast, he came out and said that he's going to be a dog this year. So I just don't get, why do you make a trade like that when you have guys that is you can win with? I know why they made the trade, but it don't make sense why they made the trade. They made the trade because Kawhi can't stay healthy. Paul George can't stay healthy. You can't depend on those two. But you don't make a trade like that until you need him. Because at the beginning of the season, y'all don't need James Harden. Y'all was perfectly fine without him. So who's going to make the sacrifice? And it has to be more than just Russ. It has to be more than just Russ. Because like I said, James Harden is the same guy he was with, like he was with the Rockets, but he don't have the capability to do those things anymore. He's the same guy that want to dribble, shoot, ISO. That's who he is. I feel, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I feel sorry for him. I don't. I don't feel sorry for him because this is the Clippers. I want the Clippers to fail. You can't depend on the Clippers at all. Only time I trust the Clippers when they give me the edge up. That's the only time. That's the only time I trust the Clippers because the Clippers will always be clipping. They're just like the Dallas Cowboys, minus the 5 championships. Talking about a black cat running around that franchise. That's who they are. That's who they'll always be. With the Clippers, the stepchildren of LA. Why are we talking about LA? Let's go ahead and talk about my team in LA, the Lakers. We have not started off to a good start to the year. We're started off to be like, I believe we're like 3-5 right now. Not the best start, that us Laker fans was hoping, the Lakers was hoping, LeBron was hoping, Anthony Davis. It don't look good right now. It don't look good at all, I must say. Start of the season, we've been without Vanderbilt, dealing with a heel injury. Don't know when he's coming back. Rui missed three or 4 games to a concussion. Jared Gabe Vincent, our big pickup, been out for at least for 2 weeks, dealing with a bruised knee injuries. It's not looking good. Anthony Davis had a hip strain or something like that. Never heard of it. Never heard of a hip strain. But we all knew AD was going to go out. We just didn't know when he was going to go out. So we can't just sit up and act like we're surprised about that, because we knew that was going to happen, because that's who he is. Austin Reeves have not looked like Austin Reeves of last year. Don't know. Because he's tired, because of Team USA. Who knows? Hopefully he gets his juice back. But I will say, whenever this team is healthy, if they don't go on a run, if they don't bring a spark, some seats in LA is going to get real hot. It's going to get real hot. And when I mean hot, I'm talking about Darvin Ham and even Rob Pelinka. Darvin Ham, second-year coach. Beginning of the year, his rotation was horrible. When Rui was healthy, Rui's only getting 15 minutes playing time. That was my biggest concern. I'm like, Rui's too good to be only playing 15 minutes a night. This dude is a bucket getter. This dude is a big body. This dude was a big part of this team going to the Western Conference Finals last year after we made those trades. And hey, can't put no blame on LeBron, because LeBron's year 21 doing what he's doing. But this all has to go on. The blame had to go somewhere. It's not no blame just on Ham and Pelinka, the Cowboys. We gotta be real. Because it's gotta be real. There's no way that Rui or Hachimura was only playing 15 minutes a night. That's laughable. What would you say, Kyle, if Porzingis was only playing 15 minutes a night for Boston? You would say that's a problem. That's the same thing with Rui. Rui playing 15 minutes a night is a problem. Cam Reddish getting more minutes than him is a problem. Cam Reddish should not even be on the court. He can't shoot. How many times is it going to show them that he is not an option? I'd rather than put Max Christie in the game. I'd rather than put Max Christie in the game, a second-year player. At least I know the kid can shoot. At least I know that he's developing. But no, they want to go to Cam Reddish because they believe in him. Yes, he had a good game against the Clippers guarding Kawhi. But I don't need him shooting. I like Cam Reddish. I believe he have upside, but he's not there yet. There's a reason why he's been shopped around the league. And I agree. I agree with this comment right here. Rui would give us 20 a night. Yes, he would. If he got the opportunity, he can put up 20 points a night. Rui's that type of player. D'Angelo Russell, he's been hit or miss. He's been hit or miss from the 3-point line. It's just it got to be a change. I'm not sure that's with the players. I'm not sure that's Darvin Ham. Um, I wouldn't even be surprised if they talk about trading Anthony Davis by the end of the season. The reason why I say that is because, hey, we all know how talented AD is. AD is one of the best big men in the basketball. There's not too many players that can handle Anthony Davis. But we know he can go on a 2-week stretch of being elite. But we know what happened the last 2 nights going to happen. He's going to have a hip strain, whatever that is. And I'm just afraid that we're going to depend on LeBron at year 21 to age 38 to do so much, where eventually he'll go down. He don't deserve that. I mean, he don't deserve that. So a change had to happen, especially when you had so many opportunities in the offseason to get a Kyrie Irving. But no, you wanted to bring the same core back when you had opportunities to go out there, DeMar DeRozan's, to bring in pieces that made sense. That's a problem. So I don't know what to do, but it is what it is, and we are where we are. Still early in the season. Like I said, a lot of people just hurt right now. But when people start getting back healthy again, we're going to see where this team really is. I'm just ready. We really need Vanderbilt to get back on the court ASAP. He's our best perimeter defender. Kyle, I definitely do think we have. I mean, like I said, the year's not, just too early to tell what this team is all about. And Ham is running this new offense, a 5-out offense. So they're still learning that. It's still early. I'm going to give them time. I'm going to let everybody get healthy. And then once we see everybody on the court, we're going to see. Last night, no way we should have lost to Houston by 34 points. We shouldn't have done that, but we've had guys on the court last night that have not even played all year. It's still early, but we're going to see. But it is what it is. But I will say this, seats will get heated. Seats will get heated once everybody get healthy, and we're still losing. That's all I'm going to say. Because we cannot go through another year like we did last year, up and down. We can't do that. It is what it is. Let's continue with the NBA. Last topic for the show. Just wanted to come on here to put my face to the screen and all that good stuff. I want to talk about my NBA champion prediction for this year. Like I said, we've seen a lot of new movement around the league. We've seen the Kyrie going to Dallas last year. We see Clippers build a big four: James Harden, PG, Kawhi, and Russ. We see over there in the East where you have Maxey and Joel Embiid, who's the number 1 seed in the East right now. Then you have the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis. Then you have Milwaukee Bucks with Dame, Giannis, and Chris Middleton. And we cannot forget about the Denver Nuggets. Got to show them some love as well. So they are the defending champions, and I do believe that they still have something in the tank. But let's say this: who can I see winning the championships this year? And my prediction is going to be Boston, and I'm going to tell you this why. They have length, they have defense, they have shooting, and they have a superstar, and they have superstars on that team. Yes, they lost Marcus Smart, but they still have Derek White, who can fill the void, who can still play defense, who can actually be a better 3-point shooter. You have Jason Tatum, who's been knocking on the door the last couple of years. They're saying, "Hey, I'm here. Marcus Smart just got paid. We seen not Marcus. Jaylen Brown just got paid. We see what type of dude he is." But this dude, Porzingis, if he can stay healthy, he can be a problem. He can be a problem for a lot of teams. He played defense. He blocked shots. He can knock down a shot on the outside. He can be a problem. But my only concern is with the Milwaukee Bucks is they don't have no perimeter defenders. They do not have any perimeter defenders. And they already criticizing Dame because of his defense already. I'm not sure, you can't just you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Dame is who he is. Giannis, we unbelievable, but like I said, on the defensive end, who's going to stop Tatum on the 3-point line? Brown, Porzingis. So I'm going with the Boston Celtics out the East. And through the West, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets just because, hey, they're still a well-oiled, pumping machine. That they are still moving like they haven't even won anything. Like they're hungry. They want to keep going. They have a superstar in Nikola Jokic, the best player in the game, somebody we've never seen before. Not athletic, but can still make plays, carry a team on his back. Even though Jamal Murray's going to be gone for a month, I still see them winning games. They're not going to stop. I can't say the Phoenix Suns because you have to play defense, and we need to see all three on the court at the same time. We've yet to see that. So I'm going with the Nuggets in the West, and I'm going with the Boston in the East. And I do believe Boston can beat Denver, but just because I don't know who's going to stop Jason Tatum. I don't know who's going to stop Jaylen Brown. But this will be one of the best seasons that we've had in a long time because a lot of teams have a chance to win a championship. A lot of teams. Hey, you guys, just want to thank y'all for stopping by. This is another episode of Freddie Facts. This is what you call mellow, Freddie. Mellow. I was mellow tonight. Maybe I won't be so mellow after tomorrow night if the Lakers lose. If the Lakers lose the next show, I won't be so mellow. I promise you that. I will be yelling. I will have a bang pop out my head. It won't be nice. I promise you. But hey, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Sports Empire Network. This is your boy Freddie Henderson, Sports Empire Network. Until next time, we are out.
What are we talking about? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play.